Welcome to Enjoy Learning Computer Science. In this session, we are going to discuss about tuples in Python. Let's learn about tuples. Tuple data types in Python store any set of values. A sequence of values of any data type should be separated by comma and it should be enclosed within parenthesis. List elements must be enclosed within square bracket. Strings should be enclosed within quotes. So tuple should be enclosed within parenthesis. Look at the various examples for tuples. The first tuple contains a sequence of values which of any data type. You can see it. First one is character, then it contains string, contains integer, float. So it can be of any data type. Each element should be separated by comma and it should be enclosed within parenthesis. The next example, t is equal to empty parenthesis, there is no element, so this is an example for an empty tuple. Now t is equal to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, all these are integers, tuple of integers. Next one, tuple of strings. So tuple stores a sequence of values of any data type enclosed within parenthesis and should be separated by comma. The empty tuple is nothing but empty parenthesis. No element should be there within parenthesis. That is empty tuple. Now, there are two ways for creating an empty tuple. First one is very simple. Assign a tuple variable is equal to empty parenthesis. Example, t is equal to open parenthesis, close parenthesis. There is no elements inside this. Now, let's check the data type of this variable t. So, type t, it is displaying the output as class tuple. So this t is a tuple, it is an empty tuple. Now another way of creating an empty tuple is using the tuple function. So assign a variable, any variable t is equal to the tuple function and this will create an empty tuple. So empty tuple can be created using simply assigning empty parenthesis or by using the tuple function. Now let's learn about how to create a single element tuple. So let's declare a variable t is equal to, within parenthesis, I'm going to create only one element 2. Okay. Now let's check the data type of the variable t. So using type of t, it's displaying the output is class int. So it stores an integer value, not a tuple value. So how to create a single element tuple? You have to add a comma after the single element. So t is equal to, within parenthesis, the single element 2. Then you have to add a comma after 2. So now let's check the data type of the variable t using type of t. It's displaying as class tuple. So now the single element tuple is created. So to create a single element tuple, you have to add a comma after the single element. Tuple function is used to create a tuple from an existing sequence. The syntax is any variable name is equal to tuple function within parenthesis sequence. This sequence can be a string or it can be a list. So first let's create a tuple from an existing string. So t is equal to tuple within parenthesis happy. Happy is the string. Now let's see what is t. Yes, it is happy. The first element of the string is the first element of the tuple. Second element of the string, second element of the tuple, and so on. Now let's create a tuple from an existing list. So let's declare a list L is equal to APPLE. So how to create? T is equal to tuple of the within parenthesis the list name L. So now let's display t. Yeah, it is APPLE within parenthesis. That means this has created a tuple from an existing list. So tuple function is used to create a tuple from an existing sequence, whether it is a string or it can be a list. There are two ways to create a tuple from user's input. There are two functions. One is using tuple and the other one is eval function. Look at this example. T is equal to tuple function, tuple of, then input statement, input enter tuple elements. So I'm just giving us chocolate. Okay, I just gave chocolate. Now let's display what is T. Yes, it is CHOCOLATE within parenthesis. That means each character is considered as the single element of the tuple. Okay, so I didn't give the input directly as a tuple, I just gave it as a string. Now it has changed into a tuple. The other one is eval method. So T1 is equal to eval of, input of, enter a tuple. So when the user is prompted with the message enter a tuple, the user can directly give the input in tuple form itself. Okay, so tuple function, it is not necessary to give it as a tuple form, but in eval you can directly give it as a tuple. So your output will be in tuple. Indexing in tuple is same as list and string. Forward indexing, backward indexing. Forward indexing begins from 0, 1, 2, etc. till size -1 in the forward direction. Backward indexing starts from -1, -2, etc. till minus size in the backward direction. Length of a tuple is calculated using len function like list and string. So len within parenthesis you have to give the tuple. The example T is equal to, T is a tuple which contains 2, 1, 7, 9, 4, 11. Let's calculate the length of this tuple T. So len of T. So how many elements are there? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the output is 6. So len function will count the number of elements in a tuple. Let's access the individual elements of the tuple iPhone. So first let's index. Forward indexing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Backward indexing -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and -6. So let's access the individual character P. So what is the index of the element P? It is 1. So what is the tuple name? It is T1. So T1 within square bracket, the index 1 will give you the element P. Let's try to access the element n. What is the index of n? It is 4. So T1 within square bracket, the index 4 will give you the element n. Now let's try to access the individual element using backward indexing. So let's try to access P. So T1, what is the index of the element P? It is -5. So T1 of -5 is equal to P. Similarly, let's try to access the element n. The index of element n is -2. So T1 of -2 is equal to n. So like this you can access each element of the tuple using its index. To access multiple elements of a tuple, we have to use range. It is otherwise known as tuple slicing. So look at this tuple T is equal to Malaysia. So let's index this tuple using forward indexing as well as backward indexing. So first one is print of T. That means it will print the entire tuple Malaysia. Now print T of 0. So which element has the index 0? It is M. So that will be the output. Now print T of 1:4. So the starting index is 1, the ending index is 4, ending index will not be included. So the output will be from index 1 to 3. That is A, L, A within parenthesis. Now print of T of 2:. Starting index is specified, ending index is not specified. When the ending index is not specified, Python will print from the starting index till the end of the tuple. So starting index is L. LAYSIA is the output. Now print T of -7:-3. Starting index is -7, which is A. Ending index is -3, which is S, which will not be included. So the previous is Y, that is -4. So -7 to -4, ALAY within parenthesis is the output. Packing, unpacking. Packing and unpacking in tuple? Wondering why? Interesting, right? Packing is nothing but simply creating a tuple from a set of values. Okay, so creating a tuple from a set of values is called packing. Let's pack a tuple. T is equal to 10, 20, 30, 40. So now we have created a tuple. This is known as packing. Unpacking is creating individual values from the tuple elements is called unpacking. The syntax is variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, etc. equal to the tuple variable. So the name of the tuple we have created is T. How many elements are there? 4 elements. Now I am going to unpack this tuple. So to unpack this tuple, I have to create 4 variables because there are 4 elements, right? So let me create A, B, C, D, which is equal to the name of the tuple variable is equal to T. So this is unpacking. Now I can access the individual value of the tuple elements. So if I print A, it will give the value 10, B 20, C 30, D 40. So print A hyphen A comma hyphen B comma hyphen C comma hyphen D comma hyphen will give you 10 hyphen 20 hyphen 30 hyphen 40. So I am accessing individual elements of the tuple. This is known as unpacking. Hope you have all enjoyed learning the new concepts about how to create a tuple, what is empty tuple, how to create a tuple with a single element, how to access the single element using forward indexing, backward indexing, and how to access multiple elements of a tuple using a range, then what is packing and unpacking also. For further updates, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Enjoy learning computer science. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you. Bye-bye.